Dear students, today our topic for discussion is issue of shares at premium under accounting for companies. That is, in our today's class, we will try to learn how to account for the transactions regarding shares issued at premium in the books of joint stock companies. In our earlier classes, we have discussed how to record the transactions regarding issue of shares at par in the books of joint stock companies. There is not much different with respect to the recording of transactions under issue of shares at premium or issue of shares at par. If the amount of premium is included in application, then the entries regarding application will be different. If the premium on shares are included in allotment, then only the entries regarding allotment will be different. If the premium or a part of premium is included in call, only in that case the entries regarding call will be different. Usually the amount of premium is included in the allotment. Almost every problem in every books contains this, that the premium is included in allotment. But I tried here to discuss if the premium is included in allotment, what would be the entries? If it is included in application, then what would be the suggested entries? If it is included in call, what would be the entry? And I tried to explain here or tried to make an entry here in all the cases what we have discussed. Now, shares issued at premium. Issued at premium means the shares are issued at a price more than the nominal value or face value. So, if the nominal value or face value of share is less than the issue price, then it is called the shares issued at premium. Suppose the nominal value per share is rupees 10 and the shares are issued at rupees 15. So, the rupees 5 is extra charged for every share. Rupees 15 is the issue price, rupees 10 is the nominal value per share, and the difference rupees 5, that is the extra price charged on every share, is called the premium. And obviously the premium is a capital profit to a company and it is transferred or it is credited in a specific account or special purpose account, which is called the securities premium account. The premium collected on issue of shares is transferred in a specific account and meant for specific purpose is named as securities premium account. This securities premium account or the balance in securities premium account means the profit earned by companies on issue of shares. It is shown in the liability side of the balance sheet. Now, under the Companies Act 1956, as per section 78, and which is replaced by section 52 of the Companies Act 2013, the securities premium account shall be utilized for specific purposes only. For what purposes we can utilize the balance in securities premium account? For issuing fully paid bonus shares to the holders of existing fully paid equity shares. To issue fully paid bonus shares to the holders of existing fully paid equity shares. For writing of share issue expenses or commission on issue of shares or discount on issue of shares or debentures, etc. For writing of preliminary expenses, if any, or for providing premium on redemption of preference shares or debentures. So, for these four specific purposes, we can utilize the securities premium account only, and in our next chapters we will discuss when we will discuss the chapters on bonus share. Then we will discuss this one. When we learn the redemption of preference shares or debentures, then we will also deal with these issues. Usually the premium account becomes receivable with share allotment. It may also be included with application or call money, what we have discussed earlier. Now, what are the prescribed entries or the probable entries? If it is included in application money, then for application money received, the entry is bank account debit to share application account. The whole amount received with application is to be credited here. For transfer of application money to share capital account to securities premium account, so the premium portion included in share application money is to be credited to securities premium account, and the rest is to be credited to share capital account. The entry is share application account debit to share capital to securities premium, the amount allocable to capital, and securities premium account, the amount allocable to premium. If it is included in allotment, then for allotment money due, share allotment account debit to share capital account to securities premium account. Just to compare these two entries, that is share application account replaced by the share allotment account only. The credits remain same. For allotment money received, if received in full, bank account debit to share allotment account. If some shareholders fail to pay the allotment money, then what we have received actually, for this the bank account will be debited, and for the amount not received, calls in arrear account will be debited. And the calculation will be in this way. Bank account will be debited for number of shares for which money received into allotment money per share, and calls in arrear account will be debited for the amount number of shares for which money not received into allotment money per share. If it is included in call, so for call money due, share call account debit to share capital account to securities premium account. For call money received in full, bank account debit to share call account. If some shareholders fail to pay call money, then bank account debit, calls in arrear account debit to share call account. Calculation will be on the same way. Now come to the first illustration. Successful Limited registered with a capital of rupees 8 lakhs divided into 80,000 shares of rupees 10 each. The board of directors of the company decided to issue 80,000 shares to the public at a premium of rupees 2 per share. The whole money was payable in the following installments: on application rupees 3 per share, on allotment rupees 6 per share, on allotment rupees 6 per share including premium, on call the rest. The public applied for 90,000 shares. Public applied for 90,000 shares. The company issued 80,000 shares only. So there is 10,000 excess applications. The company rejected the excess application and allotted 80,000 shares among the rest applicants. The company received all the money from applicant except allotment money on 500 shares and call money on 800 shares. First necessary journal entries in the books of Successful Limited. Now we have received application for 90,000 shares. So 90,000 into 3, 2,70,000 we have received on account of share application. So the entry is bank account debit to equity share application account 2,70,000. Now next entry, equity share application account debit to bank account to equity share capital account. So bank account credited for excess application money refunded on 10,000 shares at the rate rupees 3, 30,000 rupees, and equity share capital account credited for 80,000 shares into rupees 3, that is 2,40,000 rupees. The narration is for share application money refunded on 10,000 excess applications and transfer to equity share capital account on 80,000 shares as per board's resolution number dated. Now comes to the entries regarding allotment. Now here the premium is included in allotment. So the equity share allotment account will be debited for the amount of capital as well as the securities premium account due. So 4,80,000, that is at the rate rupees 6 into 80,000, 80,000 into 6, 4,80,000. To equity share capital, 80,000 into 4. Out of rupees 6 on allotment, rupees 4 is in respect of capital and rupees 2 per share as securities premium. So the securities premium account is credited for 80,000 into 2, that is 1,60,000. Now for equity share allotment money due to be received on 80,000 shares at the rate rupees 4 each as capital and rupees 2 each as premium as per board's resolution number dated. Now allotment money to be received here, but a shareholder holding 500 shares failed to pay the allotment money. So actually the money received is debited to bank account. Bank account debit 79,500 into 6, 4,77,000, and there is calls in arrear in respect of 500 shares at the rate rupees 6, that is 3,000 rupees, to equity share allotment account 4,80,000. So for share allotment money received except on 500 shares. Now call money due. Equity share call account debit to equity share capital account in respect of 80,000 shares at the rate rupees 3 on call, 2,40,000. Equity share call account debit to equity share capital account. Now at the time of receiving call money, there is also calls in arrear in respect of 800 shares. So bank account debit 79,200 into 3, 2,37,600, and calls in arrear account debit 800 into 3, 2,400, to equity share call account 2,40,000. So we have discussed the first illustration. Now come to the second illustration. Fortune Limited has an authorized capital. Fortune Limited has an authorized capital of rupees 5 lakhs divided into 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. The board of directors of the company decided to issue 40,000 shares at rupees 14 each, payable as rupees 5 on application, including premium of rupees 2. On allotment, rupees 6 each, including premium of rupees 2, and the rest on call. You see, the premium per share is 14, and the premium included in application rupees 2 and in allotment rupees 2, and rest on call. What is the rest amount? So 5 plus 6, 11. So rupees 3 per share is on call. The public subscribed for 38,000 shares. The company issued here 40,000 shares. Public applied for 8,000 shares. So our problem will be with regard to 38,000 shares only. That is, company is not required to issue 2,000 shares for which no application is received. The company collected all the installments except allotment and call money on 400 shares. Past journal entries in the books of Fortune Limited. Now come to the solution. So here application received for 38,000 shares at the rate rupees 5, out of which rupees 2 is premium. So at the time of receiving application money, the entry is bank account debit to equity share application account, 38,000 into rupees 5, 1,90,000, 1,90,000. Now 1,90,000 received with application is to be segregated now to equity share capital and to security premium account. So equity share capital account credited in the next entry 38,000 into rupees 3, 1,14,000, and 38,000 into rupees 2 as premium to securities premium account 76,000. The entry is equity share application account debit to equity share capital account to securities premium account. Now come to the allotment. In allotment also there is the premium amount. So equity share allotment account debit 38,000 into rupees 6, 2,28,000. Out of rupees 6, rupees 2 is premium and rupees 4 is capital. So to equity share capital account 38,000 into 4, 1,52,000, and to securities premium account 38,000 into 2, 76,000. The narration is bank account debit the equity share allotment money due to be received on 38,000 shares at the rate rupees 4 each as capital, rupees 2 each as premium as per board's resolution number and dated. Now come to the receipt of allotment money. There are one shareholder holding 400 shares failed to pay the allotment money. So actual allotment money received is 37,600 into rupees C, that is debited to bank account 2,25,600. Calls in arrear account, that is money not actually received on allotment, 400 into rupees 6, 2,400, and to equity share allotment account 2,28,000. Now come to the last installment, that is equity share call account at the rate rupees 3. Equity share call account debit to equity share capital account 1,14,000, 1,14,000. For equity share call money due to be received on 38,000 shares at the rate rupees 3 each as per board's resolution number dated. Now this is our last entry. Bank account debit for the actual amount of call money received 37,600 into 3, 1,12,800. Calls in arrear account debit, that is the money not received in respect of call, 400 into 3, 1,200. To equity share call account 1,14,000 for share call money received except on 400 share. So today up to this, please see our next video.